All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our annual kickoff to the new academic year. This meeting is for chapter advisors and student leaders, and it has become a little bit of a tradition over the last few years where it's an opportunity for us to just meet briefly and go over any new changes with the fraternity structure, procedures for inducting new members and so forth. So I have a little presentation that I'm going to go through. If you have any questions, please put your questions in the chat. And at the end, I will do my best to answer those. And I can also linger on the call and speak to anyone individually as well, if you would like. The presentation is not going to be real long. Before we get started, I would just want to let everyone know that this is going to be recorded and for the benefit of our members who were not able to attend live this evening, and I will send the link out on social media and it'll be posted to our YouTube. But before I get started, I'd like to introduce, we have a couple of our board members on the call this evening. We have Dr. Pamela Verhulst, who is a member at large, and she is a chapter advisor at McMurray University in Texas. And we have our current president, Dr. Ann Hickey, who is a chapter advisor at Whittier College in California. And Ann is going to bring greetings to kick us off. And Ann, are you able to unmute yourself or?
Okay. I am, yes.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, David. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to say hello, and I hope everyone is having a great start to your fall semester, and look forward to another great year, inducting new members and engaging in some great activities and leadership development workshops throughout this year. If anyone has any questions or would like to reach out to me, feel free to send me an email at any point if questions arise, either to myself or David. All right, thank you.
Right. Thank you, Ann. Appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Right. And as I said, my name is Dr. David Lorenzi, and I have been serving as the executive director for the Phi Epsilon Kappa fraternity for approximately the last 7 or 8 years. Everyone should be familiar. We have this posted to our website, and I am going to reference our website numerous times this evening. The web address will be in the PowerPoint presentation, but it's phiepsilonkappa.org. And we made a change at the end of the spring semester to a new website management company and membership database company. The one we were previously using raised the rates, and it just became untenable for the fraternity to pay the higher rate. So we quickly scrambled. As you're going to see if you visit the website, it's still being updated. I'm actually still going through trainings and learning how to update. I was just getting a handle on the old website and had to quickly pivot to the new one. But I'm excited, and I'm going to highlight some of the changes that you'll see on the new website that are going to be coming up. So as I mentioned, the Phi Epsilon Kappa fraternity is governed by a board of directors. We have 10 directors, counting myself. I'm a non-voting member of the board. As executive director, I'm ex officio. And as you see, we have a treasurer, president, past president, and a president-elect. That is our executive committee. And then we have 5 member-at-large positions as well. Periodically, as members rotate off the board, I will put out a call to chapter advisors. If there's anyone interested in serving on the board, please reach out to myself or to Ann. We anticipate possibly at the end of this academic year, at least one open position, but that remains to be seen. But we'll put out a call. All right, as far as active chapters, we have approximately 70 active chapters spread throughout the United States. And I'm excited to announce that our board of directors has recently approved a new chapter. In fact, I'm traveling tomorrow to Bryan College in Tennessee to install the brand new Iota Eta chapter. Excuse me. I'm losing my voice a little bit after a long day of teaching. And we have 2 chapter reactivations. We just recently reactivated the Kappa chapter, which is now one of our oldest and historic chapters at the University of Michigan. Very excited about that. And then later on this semester, we're going to be reactivating the Delta Psi chapter at Winthrop University in South Carolina as well. As a reminder to all chapters, in order to remain in active status, each chapter must induct at least 1 new member every 2 years. All right. And you have to be current with your finances and no outstanding balances to be able to induct new members. I'm going to exit the PowerPoint here briefly and switch to a different document. And this is what I call the PEK new member report. So this is an Excel spreadsheet, and this is the report that you will send to me every time your chapter wishes to induct new members. Our fees are listed on the left side here. There have been no price increases from last year to this year, so the fees remain the same. There's a $20 initiation fee for every new member. And then for future professionals, and that includes undergraduate and graduate students, there's a $25 membership fee, and that is for a 2-year membership. Faculty members, including chapter advisors, can join. Again, they would pay the $20 initiation fee and the $45 professional membership, which is also a 2-year membership. You see, we have options of a life membership. There's a retired membership category as well. And then the fraternity has optional items available for purchase. I'll show you some pictures of these items in the PowerPoint, but we have a fraternity pin that sells for $15, honor cord for $15. And new this year, I get a lot of inquiries in the spring around graduation time asking to order stoles. So the fraternity, the board of directors has decided we're going to sell stoles as well. And again, I have a photo in the PowerPoint. But this is the information that I need on the Excel spreadsheet. Please make sure you have spelling correct so we don't have to reprint certificates and membership cards. I don't need mailing addresses any longer for members. All our communication is electronic. So I need an email address, preferably a permanent email address, meaning like a Gmail, a Yahoo, because a lot of schools cut off access to the school emails after students graduate, and we want to be able to stay in touch. So that is the information. If your chapter is ordering any fraternity pins or honor cords, you'd put the quantity there. The materials don't necessarily have to be mailed to the chapter advisor. If the student leaders are placing the order, they can receive the materials. Some of the issues we've had in the last couple of years, if your campus is like mine, the mail has slowed down. They don't deliver mail every day. Sometimes things get lost on campus. So actually, it will be quicker if you provide an off-campus address, either for the faculty advisor or student leader. You'll probably receive your materials more quickly, but that's up to you. And also, please allow at least 2 weeks for processing, printing, and shipping prior to your ceremony date. So whatever you list as your initiation date, you need to provide at least 2 weeks. If it's less than 2 weeks, I can't guarantee that your materials will get there on time. All right, I am going to toggle back to the PowerPoint. So again, that is the PEK new member report. I sent that out to all of the chapter advisors earlier this week. when I sent the link for this meeting. If you need that, you can email me directly. The email address on the website, the PEK admin, ADMIN, at phi-epsilon-kappa.org, and I can send that to you. All right, this is just some basic information. Most of you that are in established chapters have already done this on your campus. This is for the benefit of new chapters that have recently been formed. The National Office Board of Directors sets a minimum of a C average. You can certainly raise the standards on that, and you have the autonomy as a chapter to establish your own criteria for membership on your campus. Other than a C average, any member being inducted has to be a major or a minor in a kinesiology related field. And I listed some examples there, right? And just a word of caution as well. Sometimes when chapters go inactive, it's because student leaders graduate without recruiting and training a new class of leaders. So students, the onus is on you. This is we have faculty advisors and chapter advisors, but it's a student-run organization. So the onus is on our student leaders to recruit students on your campus and your chapter and train them to be leaders. So when you graduate, you have the continuity and the chapter continues. But I see that as a reason sometimes why some chapters go inactive, or if your faculty advisor, retires or, leaves the college or university to take a new job elsewhere, then you need to reach out and try to find another faculty advisor in order for the chapter to remain active. So just a little bit of advice there. So for example, this is the criteria I use at my university for my chapter. I permit students who are sophomore level or above to apply. They must have a 3.0 GPA overall or a 3.25 in all of their major or minor classes. We have 4 programs in our department, and we have majors clubs for each of those departments. So we have an added requirement where students have to be an active member of one of the 4 majors clubs in order and have the GPA and sophomore level or higher in order to qualify for Phi Epsilon Kappa membership. So I just put that in there as a guide. All right, the fraternity has a very robust award program. So we give out awards every year in a number of different categories. So you see the awards that we offer. The ones that have an asterisk after them have a small monetary stipend associated with them. The board of directors is also considering some newer awards, and when those become available, announcement will be made, but there's been discussion on undergraduate and graduate research award as well. So the fraternity has an endowment trust fund where the money is earmarked to go back to members for member projects. So for example, we give out chapter development awards. Up to 4 chapters can receive funding for a chapter project. There's criteria for all of these awards on our website, and you will apply and submit your application on the website. All right. The portal is going to be open. As I said, I'm in the process of updating everything on the website. We have the board of directors has set February 7th as the deadline for submitting award applications. So that is a hard deadline because our award committee needs time to review. We annually give out in excess of 100 awards. So it's a lot of work for the committee to review and make sure the individuals nominated meet the criteria for the awards. And then towards the end of the spring semester, we do a virtual award ceremony, and we've been doing this for a number of years. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can see some of the past award ceremonies, and that is going to take place on April 23rd. So it's not too early to start thinking about awards and start gathering information needed to submit. And again, all of that is explained on the website, under the awards criteria. One of the benefits of membership is access to the Physical Educator Journal. We're very proud our fraternity has been publishing this journal since 1940. It's now published in conjunction with a company called Sagamore Venture Publishing. We put out about 4 to 6 issues per year, and the topics of the articles in the journal cover the gambit in kinesiology related fields. So don't let the title fool you. It's not just for physical education majors. That's kind of the historic name of the journal, because if you know the history of the fraternity, we were originally founded as a physical education fraternity, but now we encompass the entire kinesiology profession. The members will have in the member only section of the website, which again is being updated, and information will be sent out how to log into the members only section. You'll be able to access your own account, and you'll also be able to access current and back issues of the journal dating all the way back to 1980. So again, as soon as that is up and running, an email will be sent out to the entire membership and also to the chapter advisors to help promote that with their students. So we're very excited to offer that for our members. We also offer a number of professional development events throughout the academic year. Our next event will be early November, November 6th. We call it the Professional Career Path Workshop. This is an event that has grown each year we've offered it, and has become one of our most popular and well-attended events. So for this event, students will be able to log in. It's geared towards future professionals, and we will have professionals in a wide variety of kinesiology-related disciplines, and we'll briefly introduce each of those individuals, and then you'll have an opportunity to choose the breakout room that you would like to go to. So if you want to speak with someone in athletic training, sports psychology, health and PE, exercise science, etc., and it just gives you an opportunity to interact with another professional in your field outside of your college and university. So you'll be in a small group in a breakout room and be able to talk. They'll talk about internships and job opportunities and give you advice and recommendation, answer questions. So very excited about that. Then in February, we annually host a leadership development workshop where we bring in a speaker who speaks about their career path and their leadership in a kinesiology related discipline, and pass on advice for future professionals. And we have a Q&A along with that as well. And then every year we celebrate our Founders Day on April 12th. So information will be coming out. And then this has been in the planning stages for a while. We hope to get this launched soon, but the fraternity is going to sponsor a podcast that is tentatively titled Leadership in Kinesiology, which will kind of be a similar setup to the Career Path Workshop, where we will sit down and interview different professionals in the field in different disciplines and learn about their path, and again pass on some advice for future professionals. So excited about that as well. All right, on the new website, in the past we have done what I would call pop-up apparel sales, meaning we announce a sale and then solicit orders for 2 or 3 weeks and then place the order. We're going to transition to something permanent on the website, where there's just going to be an online store where members can order merchandise anytime they want. And the picture there is just a sample of the type of merchandise we'll have: t-shirts, sweatshirts, quarter zips, polo shirts, and some other items as well. So I will make an announcement when that store is up and running, but I have that in the works. All right, I mentioned the other items that were optional for purchase, and that includes the stole, and that is brand new this year. That's a picture of what that looks like. And these items can be ordered at any time, by the way. They can be ordered when the individual joins the fraternity, but you can also place an order for these at any time. We have a fraternity pin that was redesigned a couple of years ago. And then we have honor cords. And again, the colors are black and gold, which are the colors of the fraternity. So you see the prices associated. Again, optional items, not required. All right, I've also had some inquiries. You'll have to look at your chapter, new chapters that are being installed and or reactivating are receiving the new charter design. So you may or may not know what your charter looks like if you still have it. Some of the older chapters, the charter has been lost to time or misplaced, but we have a new charter design. This is what it looks like. Those can be ordered anytime a chapter, if you want to upgrade from the old charter to the new design, or if you can't locate your charter. And we have two price points on this: an unframed charter is $45, and then a frame charter is $170, and those will be shipped. Those can be ordered through me at any time. And then also new chapters and reactivated chapters receive a Phi Epsilon Kappa plaque. Again, your chapter may have your plaque, but if it's been misplaced or lost, we have those available as well for purchase. They're $25, and those can be shipped out as well. Finally, as we wrap up, I am envisioning a section on the website where we highlight activities that chapters are involved in around the country. And I'm going to ask that you send me those. But some of the ones that I know chapters have done in the past, fall into the category of professional development, networking, fundraising, charitable efforts, community service projects, and social events. Those are the kind of activities that chapters engage in. And then more specifically, attending professional development events online, conferences, maybe fundraising helps the travel members to get to conferences for presentations and attendance. Conducting events on campus. I know a lot of our chapters do Special Olympic events and unified sports and other similar activities where they bring groups on campus and have an activity day or an ongoing activity. We have different forms of mentor programs. We're exploring different collegial membership opportunities as well. So I just threw that in there just to give you some ideas. And like I said, I would like to compile some ideas because I get that question a lot from new chapters that they're kind of looking for guidance and want to know what other chapters are doing. I love, those of you that are on social media, especially Instagram's really active. You can really see what a lot of our chapters are up to. They're constantly posting pictures of events and things they're involved in, and the fraternity as well. The national has social media presence across the major platforms. We are in the process of establishing professional partnerships with different kinesiology related organizations. We have one in place thus far, and it is the National Academy of Health and Physical Literacy. We've been a professional partner with them for the past couple of years. We will be branching out. I'll be announcing others as well. All right. And then a reminder for when you're inducting new members, again, you have the freedom to choose when you want to induct members. Some chapters do an induction each semester, fall and spring. Some do one a year that's either in the fall or in the spring. Spring is a common time. It tends to be my busiest time of the year. So that is up to you. And there's no limit, minimum. We have chapters of all sizes. We have smaller chapters that might induct 4 or 5 students per year. And we have large, chapters, UNC Chapel Hill, University of Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State. Some of them induct 100 plus new members a year. So there's no minimum, maximum, so if you need any advice or help in trying to recruit students on your campus, reach out. I can share some ideas with you or talk to you individually about that. But our student leaders do a great job of recruiting, pretty robust. And then, as I mentioned previously, we are on Twitter or X, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We have a YouTube channel where we post any of these virtual events that we record. We put there. You see the web address, the email address that comes directly to me. I am the admin. We have a telephone number as well for the fraternity. So with that being said, that concludes my presentation. I will open it up if anyone has any questions. Again, you can put it in the chat. You can raise your hand. I can unmute you if you're not able to unmute yourself. Any questions that anybody would like to ask before we close the meeting? And Dr. Hickey or Dr. Verhulst, is there anything that I missed that you would like to add?
I think you covered it, but I see Rodney has your hand up.
Yep. Rodney, are you able to unmute yourself or do I need to do that for you? Let me see. I think I've unmuted you, Dr. Gaines. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Dr. Lorenzi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Can I stay back and talk to you for about 2 minutes?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Any other questions? All right. I am going to stay on with Dr. Gaines. If anyone else wants to stay on to speak with me, I'm going to stop the recording as well. Thank you for joining us this evening and best wishes for a successful semester and academic year.
Hi, Dr. Lorenzi.
Yep, let me stop the recording here 1 second.
Okay.